I have one question that you need to ask during your next safety committee meeting or your next leadership meeting with your executives and your crew. One question that will help clarify where problems are that you need to tackle today before somebody gets hurt. Let's talk about it. All right, if you haven't already, please jump in and watch my free online workshop, my free OSHA workshop that talks about what to do if OSHA visits your facility. It is about 40 minutes long. It is packed with helpful information, and there should be a link either below or above me right now that tells you all about it. So check that out. It is well worth your time. It will show you exactly how to prepare your team for an unexpected OSHA visit. Now, let's talk about the one question that can really open your eyes and open the eyes of your team during a safety committee meeting. So what is that question? If somebody was going to get seriously injured today, where would it be? The key to this question is to ask your team, take all the jokes off the table. We're just being serious. I want you to dream for a minute, to think for a minute. And I've even used this exercise before where I said, look, I want you to close your eyes and just picture for a moment that you come into work tomorrow and somebody's had a serious accident the day before. Serious accident, life-altering accident. And then I want you to write down where it was, what happened, and who it happened to. And if you do this with your safety committee, individually, right? They're not talking about it. You want them to answer this question individually. They get a piece of paper out and they think and they process and they think, where would somebody get seriously hurt? They'll have a place, they'll have a department, they'll have a task. And then the thing that really brings it home is you say, who got hurt? And when you put a name, right? And I'm not saying, oh, the lab technician. No. I want a name of somebody. I want, Tony got hurt. David Sawyer got hurt. John Alexander got hurt. When you put a name with the person, it makes it more real. Now, the goal of this is when you go around and you have this discussion, you open it up and you have each person, you go around the table, you have each person say where it was, what they were doing, and who got hurt. And ideally, you have a whiteboard behind you and you can jot these down. And I would bet just about every time I've done this procedure, if I've got 8 or 10 people in the room and I ask this and I get 8 or 10 different answers, I'm going to get 5 of them are going to give the same location and the same job, maybe even the same person. And then I might get 2 of them that will have a different one and 2 of them that will have a different one. So there might be a total of 3 different areas and 3 different tasks where somebody thinks someone's getting hurt. And they'll tell you why they think they're getting hurt. And right there we can go, okay, the people, the process, the PPE, the JSA, and hopefully I'm not speaking a foreign language, but you want to identify what can we do as a company to prevent this accident from happening. That is being proactive in safety. It makes a huge difference. It's so much better than having people come in and complain about, oh, Billy's not doing this, and Tim's not doing this, and Sylvia didn't do this. We're not complaining about it. We are identifying where somebody would get hurt, how they would get hurt, who it would be, and then the thing that brings it all together is identifying what we can do to prevent that from happening. Now, mind you, this needs to be delivered in a very somber way. If we don't want it to be a joke, we want to identify dangerous places around the plant. And then the follow-up to this is crucial. And I'm going to say, don't even ask the question if you can't do the follow-up, because the follow-up has to be, we're going to go figure out how we make this safer. How do we make this safer? And telling people to just be careful doesn't cut it. We got to improve the procedure. We got to improve the equipment. We got to retrain the people. We got to do something to make it to where that accident would never happen. So that's the one question that will change and improve your safety the fastest. How is somebody going to get seriously hurt today? And like I said, put people through the exercise where they think, okay, I come into work tomorrow, somebody was hurt on the previous shift. Here's where it was. Here's what they were doing. Here's the person it was. And here's how we can prevent it from happening again. Conversations like that build a culture of safety. It's incredibly important. And what you do is important. Don't forget that. You help people go home at the end of the day. And that's so important that nobody gets hurt at work.